Hey guys, so I'm going to start out by doing my sister's makeup with the L'Oreal Infallible Advanced Never Fail Makeup, the 18-hour wear one. This is just going to help stay on all night, and she does have drier skin, so this is going to just set and last for a long time. And I'm buffing this foundation in with my Real Techniques buffing brush. Yeah. So now I'm going to take a makeup wipe and just clean up under her eyes because I don't want too much makeup to cake up under her eyes. And I'm going to go in and add concealer, so the less product under the eyes, the better. So now I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Creamy Beige. Classic Ivory, actually. And I'm applying that underneath her eyes. And then I'm going to buff that in with Real Techniques contour brush. Oh, and I also put that on top of her lid to act as a base and help kind of cancel out any discoloration on the lid to prep for eyeshadows. So I'm going to set that concealer with the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. It does have some glitter in it, but it photographs really well. So next I'm going to take the Wet n Wild contouring palette in the color Dulce de Leche, and I'm going to be using the vanilla color to just further highlight her face. Under the eyes, in the center of the face, center forehead, down the nose, kind of around the mouth, any areas that would look kind of dark in photographs, because hello, at prom you like to take pictures. And this is just a beautiful setting powder for the face in general. So yeah. Next I'm using this e.l.f. Baked Blush, which it's a highlighter. It looks like a highlighter. And I forget what color it is. It rubbed off on the package, but it's like one of the pink ones. And I'm just going to kind of use this to highlight her entire face and give her such a nice dewy glow, like the tops of the cheeks, above the eyebrows, a little bit down the center of the nose, a little bit on the tip of the nose, the cupid's bow, and the chin, just to really highlight and brighten her face and just give her this beautiful luminous look. And then next for blush, I'm going to be using the Milani Powder Blush, the Rose Collection in Romantic Rose. And I'm just using it on this EcoTools blush brush. And I'm just going to lightly put it kind of on the apples of her cheeks and sweep it back and mix it into the highlighter so everything just kind of blends together really beautifully. So going back into that Wet n Wild contour palette, I'm going to take the contour shade, which is a really nice cool toned contour that's perfect for lighter skin tones and just for more natural looking contour. And I'm going to take it and just brush it into the hollows of her cheeks ever so slightly. I'm not doing a real harsh contour because she kind of has a nice definition there anyway. Just kind of using it to create definition. And I'm going to also go under the chin and jawline like this, just to kind of help blend everything together and warm up the face and kind of create a natural shadow, which will also look nice in pictures. Now for her eyebrows, I'm going to be using this NYC Brow Palette Duo in the color Brunette. Basically it comes with a wax and a brow powder on the other side and a tiny little travel brush, which is really nice. I find that this color matches her hair really nicely. I'm also going to use this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk on her eyelids just to help her eyeshadows pop more. Now using that contour palette from Wet n Wild again, I'm going to take the vanilla shade and I'm going to pack a lot of powder underneath her eyes just to catch any fallout that we may have from the eyeshadows, just because I did the foundation first. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Nudes palette. Yay! Or Le Palette Nude 1. This palette is so beautiful, guys. Go get it. So first I'm just taking shades number 3 and 5, and I'm mixing them together to make her perfect crease shade. I'm just using this kind of all over the lid, all over the crease, not bringing it down to the bottom of the lid, kind of leaving an open blank space there to add a different color, but I'm making sure to blend it really nice. Next, on a little bit dense, fluffier brush, I'm going into shade number 6, which is the darkest brown in this palette, and I'm going to use that to concentrate more on the outer edge of her eye, but slightly blend it in through the crease, not bringing it in too far on the lid. I'm also just slightly building this color. I want to build the intensity, so I'm adding a little bit layer by layer. Now I'm going to go in with a kind of flat shader fluffy brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to take shade 10, which is this beautiful kind of peachy champagne highlight color, and I'm just going to highlight her brow bone and bring it in the inner corner of the eye and kind of blend it a little bit onto the lid just so that everything blends seamlessly. This color is probably one of my favorites in this whole palette. Now with this Dreamcatcher palette by NYX, I'm going to take the darkest shade in this palette, which is in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to use this to darken up the outer corner of her eye on a dense pencil brush. That's one thing that the L'Oreal nude palette is missing, is like almost a black or an even darker brown. So I had to go into a different palette to get that, but I really just wanted to darken up the outer corners. Now I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm just sweeping away the excess powder underneath her eyes so that I can go in and tightline her eyes. Now my trick for this is I took a kohl pencil and I dipped it in a gel eyeliner, like the kind in a little pot, just to make it glide a lot easier on the upper waterline. I find that I get no tugging whatsoever. And now I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm just kind of smudging a little bit of whatever's excess of that dark black color, and I'm just smudging that on the bottom lash line. For her mascara, I'm using the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara mixed with the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal Mascara, just so I can get a lot of volume and length. You could put false lashes on, but I didn't have any on hand. I actually would recommend putting false lashes on just to make it a little bit more dramatic than everyday makeup. Now I'm just putting a little bit of lip balm under her lips. They were a little bit dry. And I'm going to be using this Milani Color Statement lip liner in the color True Red. And I'm going to outline her lips, but also fill them in and overdraw them just ever so slightly, just to make her lips look a little bit more plump and full. Now I actually lost this clip, but I also took the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color Milan, and I put it over the red just to kind of make a more wearable color than just bright red. And I really like how it turned out. Then I just cleaned up the edges with concealer and then sprayed her face with a makeup extending spray so that it lasts all night. And that's the finished look. I really like this look. I think it's wearable for anybody with any dress for prom, and it's super glamorous, and I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!